Starting simple today. It's been a while, but welcome back, welcome in. All my friends and family out there in YouTube land, all my compadres from the island of Misfit Toys. It's been a while, but I'm going to take my own advice and start moving forward. One small, simple step, right? Jump on here and just have a nice little conversation for a little while with you guys, and hopefully connect with some people that we haven't seen in a while, and start from there. It's changed up a little bit. Let's see if we can do this right here. I don't want that. I'm looking to start a poll. Let's see what this does. Chat filter, all messages. There we are. Tree farmer. Yay! I'm still kicking, brother. I'm still kicking. I was holding on by a small thread there for a while, brother. I hope you're doing well. I'm not sure how to start a survey now. It's been a while. This thing's changed up. I'm glad that you're here, brother. I'm just grabbing a cup of coffee. Theme of the day is small steps, man. I've found myself in a dark place for a while now. Again, I've allowed myself to dig this hole of depression, anxiety, and grief that consumes me. And what's good sir? We're going to talk about it. There, Crank, welcome in, brother. It's good to see you, man. This cup of coffee, right? Still looking down at the ground. Still pushing forward, doing our best. Doing my best, man. I'm going to make a short and simple one because I'm actually making moves and doing something with myself. But, I wanted to take some steps to start to do the next right thing. I've lost track of that, and I wanted to, the first thing to do is admit that, to admit it and to start taking some small steps towards taking care of myself so that I can get back onto the ball of being well and not being stuck in what has become such a dark and broken place. I wish the whole new building built. And I'm gonna have to start wearing glasses here as well. Let's see what you got to say there. Let's see there, brother. I have a whole new building built, but the trucks are still down. I need some help putting the plumbing in, but I really to open the whole farm. That's awesome, tree farmer. I'm making some real serious threats about taking a trip here soon. Hopefully I can come down and see you, brother. We're going to figure that out. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I had quite a manic up day yesterday after a while of some real deep depression that put me into a place, and I figured I'd share that. I'd be open and honest about it, right? That's what we do here. That's the concept, right? It's what it's evolved into, this turtle herd, this community of love, respect, and appreciation that we're doing our best to develop, that I felt like I've let down, right? And then it's like everything else, right? You stop doing it, and then it's too late, and it's too much, and it's one more thing that you're not doing. So it's and I'm kind of feeling awkward and weird at the moment, but it's time to put all that down and start moving forward. And one of the small things to getting back on track and being healthy is to come on here and admit it. I've been hydrating a little bit better. My water's been down at the house, so I haven't been taking care of myself in a cleanly way, probably beyond what you would believe for this last month or so. So I just went and got a gym membership last night. That'll help when we travel to keep clean, and that'll also break that barrier of not taking care of myself. And I suggest you do the same. If you're out there struggling, let's start there, and give yourself credit. That's hey Scott, it's been a while, brother. How you been? Tommy, it's really good to see you, bro. Really good to see you. Grandpa can see. Yeah, I know, right? We're all getting older, brother. We're all getting older. But yeah, Crank, it's really good to see you. Tommy, it's really good to see you guys. Today's about breaking that mold, man. I'm gonna take a small little one because I've made some commitments. I'm going up to see my niece up north to have dinner with her. Reach out to someone you care for. It's one of those small steps. Hydrate. Give yourself credit for these small things if you haven't been doing them. Because in all open, honest communication, I haven't been taking care of myself at all. I've literally been doom scrolling and sleeping, and doom scrolling and sleeping. A little, just enough door dashing to keep the lights on, and that's not. And it's become this real dark place. That. But now it's time to get into the solution. It's time to move forward. It's time to move forward and get into the solution. That's it. My God, I need to take that advice. The one thing I just can't keep running is a car. 5 vehicles, the title. Landing right now. I wish I could talk and walk to go get the mail. What's going on? Why can't you take a walk to get the mail? You hurting, brother? I'm sorry to hear that if you are. But yes, take that advice, man. Take your own advice. Take it, and it doesn't have to be anything big, man. If you're struggling and you're, I'm telling you, that first step is the hardest, and that first step for me was to start hydrating a little bit, and to start being honest about, because, it, been through a lot, and, that whisper can take us to a place where we don't feel like being here anymore. Open, honest communication. My thoughts have been leaning towards not wanting to be here for a while now, and that's ludicrous to me in this moment because I'm starting to take the steps. Does it change anything right away? No, but it doesn't. Oh yeah. Well, I got lucky, dude. We, count my blessings. This car is now mine. So I've purchased the Kia Forte from my friend. He gave me a really good deal, so that's a good blessing. And I mean, and it's funny how blessings can make you feel even worse, right? Like you should feel better because you have these blessings, right? Like you don't appreciate it. Well, I do appreciate it. The things that have been laid before me. It's just depression, anxiety, grief. Could be, for me, these are things that I'm starting to believe maybe I'm bipolar. This is something that we've discussed before, but if you're struggling out there today, you're not alone. If you have someone you love that's struggling, we're going to start redefining this place, the turtle herd, right, for what it is, so that we can find a place to help our brothers and sisters heal and grow, so we can heal and grow. That's something that helps me is to be a good human being. Maybe a little codependent, right? I get a lot of validation from helping others, and I struggle with getting validation from helping myself. But I'm going to work on that. No, I'm at it out there. The KY, I'm saying because it's a half-mile walk. Procrastinating each way, and I have to carry a case of water and a propane tank. Shit, brother. Well, yeah, I believe me. I get the procrastination thing, man. I get it. Like I've been doing a lot of that. I haven't even seen you guys in how long, right? And then every second you don't do something, it piles up a little bit more anxiousness, a little bit more anxiety, a little bit more stress to doing it. And then before you know it, you feel like you're so disconnected from it. I guess this, that, the other thing, and believe me, I mean, I know how it feels to think that nobody else could get it, but at least somewhat I understand how much of a struggle it can be to hold on. And I implore you to do your best out there to hold on. Johnson. Bowen. Well, it's good to see you, Bowen. Call you VJ. Vanessa. Welcome in. We're chatting about getting started. It's going to be a short one today because I got things to do, but I'm feeling a little anxious, right? So it may not be, whatever. It doesn't need to be. It's going to be exactly what it needs to be, despite whatever. I appreciate you guys being here. Ellie, hey, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. I'm glad to have you guys in. Double tap that screen. Please tell me what you do to get the ball rolling in the opposite direction. It would help me a lot to know that I'm not the only one that digs this hole of depression and anxiety for themselves and struggles to find a way out. But what I'm doing is putting that aside and fighting through it, and I'm not judging anybody who doesn't have the ability to do so right now. If you don't have the ability to get off that couch, you don't have the ability to stop doom scrolling, get up and get yourself a glass of water, right? Do something different that you haven't been doing. And part of self-care. Start there. We got to start with self-care. That's what I'm doing. I'm determined to eat better and more. I haven't been eating well or enough. It's again with open eye communication. When I start feeling really depressed and broken and separated, everything starts feeling pointless. I start to destroy myself, with all these little things. I don't eat right. I don't sleep right. I doom scroll. And it becomes that's been something as well that we got to chat about. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that you're back too. Sent a gift. Thank you for the gift, VJ. Yeah, that's something that's, I lost a friend of mine, childhood friend. I wouldn't say as a friend, that added into this sense of depression and grief. And then it seems that we've lost a valuable member of this community, and that's something I wanted to address. It's another, and every little thing makes it harder, right? Because I didn't ever get a chance to meet MD, but she was a good friend. Through Discord, she called me and reached out when I segregated the times that I found myself in a dark place. She was a caring, compassionate human being, and it looks like that she's left this world, right? As far as I've heard, and I gotta address that, but one small step at a time. Good. They're 195. Good for you. Been binge eating as I'm stressed out, health and exams. Well, Ellie, I'm glad you're eating, right? Find the middle ground is the best I can say. The first step is admitting it. Ellie, I guess MD passed away as far as I've heard. It's hard to verify these things because she's not here, but yeah, it's a sad thing. Her sister maybe commented and talked on Discord. I'm still not on there. It's on the other phone. I got to figure that out and get that on this phone so we can get Discord rolling again. But one small step at a time, right? One small step at a time. Yeah, oh my God. Back on February 9th, I suppose this happened as far as the message I got through one of my things here, and that added a pretty heavy boulder. Grief is, and it's something different grieving somebody that you've never met physically, who's become a very valued member of this community over the last couple of years, who's become a very valued friend and a sister. We send some love on her journey. Yeah, and that's the thing. If I don't, it's we hear these things, right? Maybe we'll verify it in time. Maybe we'll get lucky, and this will just be someone pulling a prank. But we got to take it all with a grain of salt before face value, right? Especially here at this time and how this works. And maybe we'll be able to work it out. Maybe we'll be able to figure it out. But yeah, send love on MD on her journey for being a kind and compassionate human being. Yeah, it's a little denial comes with grief sometimes too. Maybe that's what it is, or maybe it's true. It's hard to say right now. But anyway, I don't have I'd like to do that. Their KY, their tree farmer. One of the things I was thinking about doing was getting another phone on this plan and seeing what it would add, because it's a Cricket plan now. Maybe I could add another phone to it. We could have a phone for the turtle herd, right? So we can have a way to communicate, because then it won't matter if I put that number out there, because that'll be a separate number, and just have that number. And then maybe if we do some traveling, I'll be able to use that other phone to do lives, and we can do Spark driving in lives, or door dashing, because I'm not Spark driving anymore. Yeah, Chris, thank you, brother. I'm trying to break the mold to the best of my ability. Chris, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Ellie, Scott, you ever tried breath work before? Yeah, yeah. It's one of the small things that I utilize. That helps when I remember to utilize it. But thank you for the reminder, Ellie. Yeah, breath work. I think the circular breathing, 4 seconds in, hold 4 seconds, 4 seconds out, hold 4 seconds. Definitely helps with the anxiety. Um, Chris, thanks, man. I want to reach out. Well, now that we're here, we can chat a little bit in this forum, but I'd like to chat with you. I'm working on it, man. You know how hard it's been lately, and that's what we're discussing. Taking the small steps to break the mold. I'm going up to see my niece, and I went and got a gym membership because the water's been down, so I could finally clean myself up. I'm been hydrating a little bit. Taking that, a couple things I can recommend, is again the L-theanine and it seems like this methylene blue that I was turned on to seems to help a bit. So I'm gonna start taking that again. These herbal supplements that help, and I'm gonna take it slow, man. It's been a real dark, deep, depressing place for a while now. I'd like that, Chris. We'll have to chat about that. I'm not sure exactly. I got that other phone. I don't know how that would work, but that would be great if you would. That would be great. That's just a thought to push forward towards towards getting this community back together and I'm doing this for myself. Be selfish out there today. Take care of yourself first. Yourself, your family, your community. As how Anase would say. And I appreciate that, Chris. We'll talk about that a little bit more. I hope your trip is going well. I know that we haven't talked because I've really been segregating. If anybody knows how much I've been in pain and segregating and torturing myself, it's you. And I'm taking the first step. I'm taking the first step. Small steps. And yesterday I woke up a little bit manic on the other end of it, and I was running, and I slowed myself down. I went and I got myself a shower, got the stuff I needed to do laundry. I had a good conversation with someone that I love. That's, a situation with them has been adding some stress, and I didn't know how to speak with them. It's crazy how you can be scared to say words to someone you love, right? You can be paralyzed. It's not even like fear. It's like beyond it. Like you don't even, scared of what I'll say or how I'll say it or my own emotional state. So you don't, and that adds into the depression and anxiety and pain. But I broke that bubble. Belly breathing, 478. Ellie, I haven't, and I'm proud of you too, Ellie. We're gonna start taking this journey again together. I'm not alone. We have this community, and honestly, part of why I haven't been around is because you're not around, and I feel like I've let this space down as well. But that's got to stop. One of the things I'm going to start working on is to not magnify these things that are negative, right? That I do, right? And then I diminish the positive things I bring into this world, and that feeds the cycle of pain, anxiety. It's just pain that I end up going through. Thank you for coming. We got each other. That's right. We do have each other, Allie. Thank you very much. Messenger Chris, man, I really appreciate you being here. Tell Laura I love you guys. I hope you guys are having. Chris, I'm gonna send you a short that I made a while ago. I'm sure you've seen it. It's from a barbecue place in Bradenton. You're not too far from there. Maybe you guys can take a little day trip. I recommend while you guys are in Florida to hit up the drive-in. There's a few of them in your area. If there's one close enough for you guys to hit a drive-in night, there's a beach not too far from where you're at too. They're in Leto or Largo right? That does a flea market on Sunday, or at least when I was down there a couple years ago. I think Laura would like that. Maybe since you guys are going to be down there, look into that. Maybe. I think that's me and Laura were talking about. It's like south of St. Pete, right? It's below Bradenton a bit. It's like a big circle. That's where we chatted one time when I was down there. they got the big statues, the Greek statues, and there's a Ben and Jerry's there, ice cream place, and there's a really cool art gallery there. Yeah, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys checked that out. But the drive-in too would be cool. That's one of my things I love doing when I'm down there. I like garage sailing. But anyway, this wasn't supposed to be a long thing. It's 20 minutes. That's enough. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Get out there and, you know, I don't have much new to look at, but there's a lot of shorts out there worth checking out. You know, check out some of the playlists, the Galactic Avenger and whatnot. And I don't know, take care of yourself out there in YouTube land today. You know, if you haven't been, don't beat yourself up about it. You know, focus on the things that you are doing. If you do one thing today that you haven't been doing, and that's enough. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you tell yourself. It's enough. And that's what I'm going to do today. You know, it took a few days to get to this point where I can even reach out to you guys. And this is one more small step towards taking care of myself. And you know, it's okay. If you need us, we're here, right? We're the turtle herd. Slow and steady, we weather the burden together, and I mean that wholeheartedly. I might falter at times, but that doesn't mean that my heart doesn't strive to help my brothers and sisters out there heal and grow. Core, no, thank you, bro. Thank you for being here, Core. Take a small step towards taking care of yourself today. You know, if you're struggling with the ability to even get out of bed, you're struggling with a purpose, you're struggling with self-loathing, you're not alone. You know, the first step is to admit that this emotional issue needs to be addressed, and to reach out. One of the first things I did was reach out to someone I cared for. They stopped by the house yesterday, actually, which, you know, stop segregating. Stop, you know, make yourself eat, whether you're hungry or not. Get up and move around, even if it's just walking around the house. You know, and don't beat yourself up for where you've ended up, you know, because yeah, Core, it's been real heavy lately for a while, and we'll talk about all of that a bit more here soon. I just wanted to get on here quick and tell you guys I missed you, and break that barrier, right? Because that can be the hardest thing, is that first step. You know, no matter how small it is, it seems impossible. It seems like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds, and I implore you to take that first step, no matter how hard it is, no matter how pointless it seems. And if you're sitting there, like I tend to sit there sometimes, and you're tearing yourself apart about not being able to do the thing, it's okay. Set that thing down and do something else. Do something simpler. Get a glass of water. That's enough. Wash your ass. That's enough. You know, call someone you love. That's enough. You know, whatever you got to do to stay in this place. And if you're thinking dark, negative thoughts, and you're struggling with having the ambition to want to stay in this world, I understand how that feels. You're not alone. Turtle Herd is here. And thank you, Rob, for always being there. Thank you, Chris, for always being there. Thank you to everybody. Crank, thank you, brother, for being a good brother. Ellie, thank you so much for being here today. And, you know, Tree Farmer, you're very much appreciated. 195. I appreciate you jumping in. I hope you decided to subscribe. Hib, our buddy Hib there wants to spell out some bullshit. Good for you, Hib, for trying to hand the boulder, but you should probably set it down. No one here is taking it. I'm glad I didn't see that, because it doesn't really make a difference to me. But set down that boulder of pain. You know, if stop self-sabotaging. That's the first step. Admitting that you're self-sabotaging. How are you doing this? Even if that's the thing that you do today, you know, why are you in the point you're at? Even if the thing that you do today isn't anything physical, even if it's just admitting how you're self-sabotaging, You know, you don't have to stop doom scrolling. You don't have to stop starving yourself. You don't have to get up and do all these huge things. But if you admit that you're doing these things, and those are all, or what are bringing you to the place of pain and torment that you may have found yourself in. And that's a reflection of where I'm at right now. But we could fight it together. You're not alone. And with that being said, I'm gonna push through for my day. I didn't want this to, it's about all I got, and that's enough. I love you guys, and Rob, I'll be calling you here in a little bit. I got to stop at the grocery store, and I'll be headed up north. I want to call and chat with you. Chris, I'm going to send you that short later on. There's a good barbecue place not too far from where you're at. I know you've seen the short before, but I'm going to send it to you again. Hopefully you guys can go check that place out. It's one of my favorite barbecues. It's my favorite barbecue place in Florida. It's not too far from where you're at. And keep in mind, Anna Maria Island. It's right below St. Pete, and it's as beautiful and amazing as Clearwater, but way less people, no struggle parking, amazing and beautiful sunsets. A little place I found door dashing the last time I was down there. It's actually right to the left of Bradenton. It's a small little island that's got the most beautiful sunsets. Maybe you could check that out. It was good seeing you, Chris, too. Thank you for being a pillar in my life. Thank you for dealing with my crazy bipolar ass, or whatever the issue really is. Thank you guys for still being here. And I love you guys, and that's the truth. I struggle with taking care of myself. It's easier to take care of others, so I'm glad that I was able to share some of this to help me find a sense of purpose. Take care of your brothers and sisters out there today. If you find an opportunity, someone's struggling, that's the next right thing. The next right thing is starting to take care of yourself first, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. That spiritual alchemy that can change everything, but it's one small step. There's no magic potion that'll fix it right now, especially when it comes to emotional issues. Send some love to MD on her journey, and still keep my hopeful, clueless fingers crossed that she hasn't passed. But I just wanted to put that out there one more time, because she's a pillar of this community, and it's a sad thing to lose somebody who's spread so much care and compassion in this community. So I love you guys too. Dan, there are breaks. You're right, brother. Pump them sons of bitches. Slow down. Take care of ourselves in any way, and maybe we can figure it out together how to do so. Subscribe, become a member of the Turtle Herd, and we'll figure it out together. I'm making serious threats about another trip coming up soon, but I'm going to keep it simple. I suggest you do the same. Give yourself credit for the simple things if you're out there struggling. If you know someone who's struggling with any of these things, reach out, because regret's a bitch. I can tell you that firsthand, too, losing my brother to him taking his own life. If you love somebody who's out there struggling, you don't need to know what to say. Just reach out, please. I can't tell you how much it means to have, even if they don't answer, you text them, you call them. I'm telling you, it means more than you can say, than I can explain. Maybe it's the one small thing that can help them find a way back to a more positive place. But yeah, with that, I'm going to get going. I got some shit to do. Crank, I love your face. We have a song. We do. Good. Jack, still struggling. I'm working on it, brother. I'm taking those steps. It's been a dark place. I allowed it to become a real dark place, Jack. But I'm pushing forward, and I'm taking some small steps, struggling quite a bit less than I have been lately, a little bit less than yesterday, because I'm working on self-care, and I'm focusing on getting this community rolling again. I'm focused on communicating better, and I'm focused on doing the things I have to do, the simple things that I have to do, and giving myself credit for those simple things. There, Jack. Thanks for being here, brother. Love you, Scotty. Air hugs. Voodoo Grand. Yeah, you can grab my ass. Oak just subscribed. I'm glad that you're here, Oak. Check the channel out since you just subscribed. There's some fun stuff too, man. There's some mental health tips in there. I suggest you check out the playlists. I'm not too much of a tech guy, but there are some really cool playlists. My car, the Galactic Avenger, the camper car. The Kia Forte will be a camper car here soon. We'll do a little bit of that here in the next coming up few days. Well, nothing too extreme like we did with the Dodge Avenger. You know, we got to kind of keep it minimal. This is actually a nice vehicle. So, but Oak, I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm glad, you know, give yourself the credit, man. You said something. You joined a community of compassion and love and appreciation. You know, take it easy on yourself today out there, my fellow wanderers. My brothers and sisters from the island of misfit toys, you're not alone. It's a dark and painful world, especially when we add to that pile of pain and darkness. It's time to start turning the page and accepting what is and finding love for ourselves, despite the struggle in this world, despite the grief that we may feel, despite the pointlessness that might consume us. Hope it might be a few steps away, but it's worth taking those small steps. I don't listen to car people. To car people? What's a car people, 21? What do you mean? I give you a second. I don't live in my car, if that's what you mean. I got a house. I got a small business. I like to travel, and I like to travel minimally because I don't like spending a lot of money because I don't have it, especially in the wintertime, and I just started the small business. But is that what you mean? You think I live in my car? Well, fuck, I'm not that lucky. You are amazing, you're smart, you are worthy, and you are perfect just the way you are. Ellie, I agree in this moment. Thank you for that reminder, and ditto right back to you. I left. That's cool. My brothers were lefties too. I write. They have a good one left. 21. With that being said, it's time to get the fuck out of here. It's been a half hour, and I was dedicated to making this a short one. And we're going to talk again soon, but one small step at a time. You are right, Ellie. You're an amazing human being. You think I'm lazy? You don't even know who I am, 21. Stop trying to hand me that boulder of pain. Stick around for a while. Subscribe. Check out some of the channel. I have been lazy lately. You're right. You know, I don't feel like I have to defend myself at this moment, but you're welcome to be part of this community. The turtle herd, slow and steady. We weather the burden together. And I hope that if you're feeling lazy and that's why you're handing that boulder of pain, that you could, you know, you find one small thing so you don't have to feel that way. Or if someone's calling you that, or someone's handing you their boulder of pain, and you're doing what I tend to do sometimes and hand that boulder of pain off because it's instant gratification. I'm hoping that you find a way to understand that it's time to set that boulder of pain at your feet there, 21. And, you know, hopefully we'll get a chance to chat again soon, but I got some shit I got to do when it comes to taking care of me. Double tap that screen, join the turtle herd, blah, 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 all the other helpful, loving bullshit, and be you out there today. You know, set the mask down. Stop pretending that you're okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel pain. You're human. It's okay to express yourself. And I truly believe that's how we're going to find a way to heal and grow and to stop digging this hole of pain and anguish we find ourselves in at times. Thank you, 21. Thank you guys, everybody else, for coming in. And I'm going to go take care of myself. I suggest you do the same. If you need me, I respond to all my comments. We're going to start this community board up. Thanks to James for starting commenting on it. You know, there's a community board there where you can reach out and say anything you need to say. And in MD's memory and honor, we're going to do our best to be there for our brothers and sisters. Please send her love on her journey. And I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that this is all just a cruel joke. But I love you guys, whether you believe it or not. Take care of yourself, Scott, and we will talk again soon. You got this. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate that deeply. I look forward to talking to you guys soon. I love you guys. Have a good day. I'm on my way. I'm off like a herd of turtles.